Okay. This thing works. Mic check, mic check. Zero lansu. O proszę. Witam serdecznie. Dobry wieczór. Nie powinno być 25, bo 25 sezon bitewny jeszcze się nie zaczął. Natomiast moim pomysłem na dzisiaj było, żeby... Zero lansu. O proszę. Zaraz, o. Moim pomysłem na dzisiaj było to, żeby obejrzeć sobie jeszcze raz finały online z zeszłego sezonu i przeprowadzić wszystkich przez mój proces myślowy sędziego. Ale najpierw tu musimy jakoś ludzi ściągnąć. Na razie testuję, odpaliłem dopiero co OBS-a. Uczę się tego całego live streamowego flexu i zobaczymy, co się z tego urodzi, ale generalnie jak mi się tu zleci więcej ludzi, to będę godał po angielsku. Także będę musiał się w pewnym momencie przełączyć. Dobra. Czyli Twitch działa, YouTube działa. Okej. A powiedz mi, jak ja wyłączę... Nie, to pewnie podwójnie będziesz słyszał, co? Jak ja... A no, teraz idzie podwójnie, jak ja odpalę siebie. Ale przynajmniej mogę usłyszeć, jak ja brzmię. Jak ja wyłączę... Dobra. Czy na sędziego w DJ-ce też można wołać sędzia Kalosz? Oczywiście, że można. Tylko różnica polega na tym, że sędziowie nie podejmują żadnych decyzji w czasie seta, więc nie tak jak w piłce nożnej, że możesz na bieżąco krytykować sędziego za źle podjęte decyzje. To w DJ-ce dopiero po fakcie możesz sędziów zwyzywać. No. Okej, czyli mamy widzów 5 na YouTubie. Okej, ja się w takim razie przełączę na język angielski, ponieważ mogą tu być osoby, które polskiego nie znają. A bardzo dużo ludzi z Instagrama może wskoczyć. Zresztą w ogóle wszyscy, których będziemy dzisiaj oglądać, są z zagranicy i ważne jest to, żeby dla nich materiał był zrozumiały, bo w końcu to oni będą z tego najwięcej wynosić. Polaka w finałach online nie mieliśmy, ponieważ polski finał odbywał się na żywo. Więc ja się przełączam na język angielski. Welcome everybody. This is your boy 69 Beats. I see 9 people watching on YouTube and I see no people watching on Twitch. But I have some new software. Not software, but I'm using Restream to do the live stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So okay, I can see what you see. on YouTube.
I see the chat on my iPad.
I think we're good. So we're gonna keep on warming up. So the main theme of today's live stream is gonna be rewatching the DMC Open online finals. But to warm things up, let's watch a couple of submissions that made it into top 20, and then all those 20 DJs were submitting their 12-minute routines. And I remember placing Jimix from Mexico as my top pick from the submissions. So let's rewatch Jimix's submission, and I will just try to lure more people. Okay, Twitch, let's go. We have some viewers on Twitch. Nice, DJ Vinyl Touch. Let's go. Okay, so this thing works. I see both chats at the same time on my iPad, so that's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna play Jimix's submission, and I'm gonna just throw some IG stories out there so people will know that I am live. Okay, let's go. Let's see if this thing works. Okay, the sound is there. Okay, Jimix, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Jimix, my top pick from the submissions. Okay, I think one of the top submissions was also Marquinhos Espinosa, so let's check him out as well.
All these girls, they like my swagger, they calling me Mick Jagger. All these girls, they like my swagger, they calling me Mick Jagger. All these girls, they like my swagger, they calling me Mick Jagger. All these girls, they like my swagger, they calling me Mick Jagger. All these girls, they like my swagger, they calling me Mick Jagger. Just another night with you. Mick Jagger. Just another kiss, just before the dawn breaks through. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a bat. Can't beat that with a baseball bat. You can't beat that with a bat. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. You can't beat that with a bat. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. You can't beat that with a bat. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. You can't beat that with a bat. Do you like bass? Do you like your boyfriend mad now. He wants to test my boy's congress and have him stop now. Stop now, stop now, stop now,
Yes, sir.
One quick thought, like this transition would be nice to like. There's that track, I think it was from Party Favor, where he had like the intro with racing cars, like cars speeding up. If he could like pitch that up step by step, like it would make a sound like a car speeding up. That would be a nice transition to that. What was the title of the track? I can't remember. All right, DJ Asi C from Tel Aviv. Am I right? What's up, man? What's up, man? We're gonna be watching your. You know what? Let's put Asi C. Do I have you here? Do I have you here? Yes, sir. Let's put on your submission. Let's rewatch it. That was nice. I remember that.
Hold it now, wait, hold it. That's played out. Hit it. Ayo, ayo, big tune alarm, RCC, that champion sound. I'm in a Mediterranean wicked sensation.
Look at me, I'm a beautiful creature. I don't care about your modern time preachers. Welcome back to my schools, I will teach you. Pum pum po, pum pum po. Look at me, 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 look at me.
Look at me now. Oh.
Look at me, 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 look at me. Let's go.
Very nice look at me wordplay. I remember watching that very first time. I was right at that moment. I was like 99% sure it's gonna go into the direction of Punjabi MC. Yes, it is like super overused. So I was like, at first I was like 99% sure, and I was that 1% of me was hoping you would not do it. So is Twitch transmission frozen? Because I was trying to run both on my phone, but I can see like when I run YouTube, the Twitch transmission stops. So I suppose is Twitch transmission okay? All right, nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 people on Twitch, and how many people do we have on YouTube? I'm trying to figure out how those things work. That's literally my second live stream. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm hearing and seeing perfectly. Nice. Great. Is there like a huge delay between you writing the comments and me answering them? I have no idea. How can I check the delay? DJ Reminisce, what is up? New Zealand in the house. New Zealand in the house. What's up? What's up? The live streaming god, DJ Reminisce. How you doing, man? I'm doing my literally second live stream, so I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, YouTube says the live stream is okay. I'm figuring out like what should I do, because I like when I go to some other stream other than like OBS where I can't see myself. I feel uncomfortable when I don't see myself and the live stream. I should figure out some way to like see the live stream at all times. Maybe I will put my phone over here. Maybe that's the way. Okay, I have my phone with Twitch over here and my... You just woke... Wait, what time is it in New Zealand? Like, it's 10 p.m. in Poland, and you just... it's like 8 or 8, 9, 10 in the morning? 10 a.m. Holy snaps. You're already in the future, so far in the future. Yeah, see, I at one point for sure I will get additional monitors and stuff like that. As of now, I can only afford my laptop, my phone, and my tablet. So let's see where all that live streaming can take me, and maybe in the near future I will get some more tech that will help me do more live streams and stuff. Okay, 13 people watching. I told myself that I will start the talking about DMC Open when I have 10 people. So okay, we are over 10 people, so let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. So the idea for today's live stream is to, as you can see by the title of the live stream itself, it doesn't say judging 2025 DMC, it says judging 2024. It's because I'm gonna be rewatching the DMC Open online finals from last year. I wanted to do those judging live streams during the competition, but we came to a conclusion that it could affect the judgment of other judges. So yeah, now that we are way after everything went down, both online and live, I think it's very much okay for me to do that judging live stream right now, where I can rewatch all the final routines and give you guys an insight of how I approached the judging and what I was looking for and stuff like that. If you have any questions, of course, write them. Chris, what's up, Chris? I'm in Poland. Where are you from? What's up, everyone? Hope you are having a good day as well, man. Where are you from? Chris on YouTube. Okay, so let's start from the very idea, the base idea of DMC Open. So as you can see on the screen, DMC put out that short quote from one of the judges that summarizes the idea of the new category very well. It's about showcasing a solid mixture of different genres, eras, and tempos. So, in order to do that, you gotta find a way to show that and target it, having the public in mind, having in mind that it's supposed to be a party. You have a public in front of you and they must have fun with you. So, besides different genres, eras, and tempos, I was always thinking about, even though I was at first judging only the online part of the competition, I was always thinking about how that set would work with the public in live environment, with the public in the club. I was kind of trying to put myself in a position of someone in the middle of the dance floor, jam-packed with people, and thinking about those sets, if they would work in the club for that public that is around me. Plus, I'm gonna show you guys something that I prepared as I was not only judging the world competition, I was also organizing Polish DMC finals. And to kind of help the judges that we invited to judge the Polish Live final, I prepared a score sheet, but this is not anything official prepared by the global DMC. Keep in mind that this is something that I myself prepared as a kind of help for the judges judging Polish final. As someone who was judging the world battle, I made that score sheet as a help for judges in Poland. So you have all those scores like from 1 to 10, but the problem that I have with giving such scores is that for one judge, let's say here we have the technique and we have the difficulty, right? The difficulty of the technique. So for one judge, they let's say two judges watch one competitor, and for one judge, the technicality of that set would be like 7 out of 10, and for the other judge and his subjective view, that difficulty would be like 4 out of 10. And this is like, if you give judges a score sheet like that, how do you explain to them? Like, how would you explain to anybody what is 4 out of 10 when it comes to technical difficulty? One judge will explain it his way, and the other judge will explain it his way. And then you will ask them, okay, so what is the difference between 5 and 4? And what is the difference between 3 and 4? And again, all the judges will give you like different answer to that question. So in order to like make this kind of score sheet work, you would have to make rules that are written in stone, and you would have to, for each of those criteria, you would have to explain what is 1, what is 2, what is 3, what is 10, and then you would have to require all of the judges to remember all that stuff. And only then, like, it's a freaking, like, law school kind of study. They would have to, like, learn it, remember it. And you can't really judge an artistic competition like that. Like, it's possible, but do we really want to do that? Do we really want to, like, mathematically score an artistic championship? I'm not sure. It is definitely possible, but do we want to judge, like mathematically judge? There will be some in my judging. There was some moments that I literally had to like mathematically search for differences between some competitors. Because they were like close with some criteria. Like you can, the easiest one when it comes to scoring like that, I think it could be like variety in genres. So you could score like if a DJ plays only one genre through the entire set, you will give him 1 point out of 10. If they play 2 genres, then you give them 2. If they play 10 genres plus, then you can give them a 10. So this is like the easiest example of scoring like that. But how to explain what is 1, what is 5, what is 10 in like technical difficulty? It's like it's possible, but it's like super hard. So keep in mind that score sheet was just something to help. We did not require judges to give the scores for every criteria, and we did not sum up those scores. We didn't do any like mathematical summary of all the points or whatever. No. That score sheet was only to help judges make notes so they could use those notes for a discussion that they had after the competition. So yeah, what I was looking for was, when it comes to technique, it was the technical difficulty, the technical variety, which means I was looking for DJs to show different techniques technically, like while making transitions or doing other stuff. I was looking for technical correctness. So if the scratches are clean, if the juggles are on tempo, etc., etc. If the beat matching matches and stuff like that. Creativity. I explained the creativity as the technical originality, which means I was looking for stuff that either I never saw, like some technical tricks that I never saw, or technical stuff that only this DJ was doing and nobody else was doing. So that's how I understand creativity and technical originality. We have some questions in here, so I'm gonna answer some questions. Is the video be online to watch again later? My man, all those videos are up on DMC YouTube channel. And if you're asking about my live stream, I'm doing my best. I'm recording it with OBS. And I hope it will stay up on my own YouTube channel. So if that entire live stream will not stay up on my YouTube, I will just put my own recording on my channel. So you can watch all the sets without me stopping them and commenting. You can watch all the sets on DMC's YouTube channel. And you will be able to rewatch my commentary on my YouTube channel. What do you explicitly exclude from a judgment? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Blue Fire on YouTube asks that. You have PL at the end of the Are you from Poland? Can you write that question in Polish? If anybody of you watching is from Poland, you can just write in the chat. You can write in Polish. I will just answer in English. What do you explicitly exclude from a judgment? I don't know, like... How your room in the background looks like. I don't know, like if you have like some chaos around you, that I'm not judging that. I just need to see your showmanship, your gear, what you do with the gear. And unless you have like forbidden content visible in the shot, then we are not judging it. So let's move on to the rest of the criteria that I was looking for. So I was looking for, in terms of music, I was looking for musical correctness, which means, for example, if tracks that are mixed are matching in key, if like tone plays are in key, like if what comes out of the speakers is musically correct. I was looking for variety in genres. So this, of course, remember, we're looking for a solid mixture of different genres, eras, and tempos. So I was looking for variety in genres, variety in tempos, and variety in eras. So we're looking for tracks from different times. Originality in music selection. So if the tracks are like well known or some nice deep digging kind of stuff, and if it stands out from other competitors. Overall composition. So I was looking for the sets to be like to be a nice composition overall, like intro, middle section, outro. If they're composed in like a consistent story, something like that. The flow of the set. So this is connected to the being able to move through different tempos specifically. But it's connected with the genres and eras as well. So flow of the set meaning if the connections are made like creatively, technically, if the set is not like you stop the music and then you play a completely different tempo, then I would consider it like something that should not be done. And one thing I forgot to say about the overall composition, important thing, what I was looking for, if everything was connected. So if all the tracks that came before, like each of the tracks that came before, if it was connected to the next track, like from A to B, and then going from B if the other track was the letter C or if it was like a G. So I would consider like, you know, if the tracks are connected well, it should be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and not like A, B, C, and then you stop the music, and then you play like G, H, I, and then you stop the music, and then you play like E, F, Z, like, you know, like the composition that makes sense, like each and every track to be both well connected with what surrounds it on both sides. So yeah, composition, flow of the set, and the vibe. It's pretty much, the vibe is pretty much self-explanatory. And stage presence, I was looking for the showmanship, contact with the public, and the response of the audience. So that, remember, that was the score sheet I made as a help for judging the live competition. So while judging the online part of the competition, I was trying for that stage presence. I was looking at showmanship because the DJs record themselves and they can connect with me through the camera, so they can showcase their showmanship. But I was also kind of trying to imagine myself in the middle of jam-packed dance floor, and how those sets would work in the club for the public. What did I not judge that would affect the score? I don't know. I don't know. You would have to tell me after I explained what I was looking for. You would have to like tell me if there's anything missing in that score sheet and why I was not judging those, because I'm like for judging by myself, I'm pretty sure I covered all of the areas that are necessary. So if there is something missing, you would have to like just tell me what's missing, because I'm not able to think about anything else that could be judged, but I was not judging it. I don't know. What I mentioned, like how your room looks like. You could judge someone by how their room looks like when they record their sets, but it's not something that should be judged. So if there was something that should be judged, but I was not judging it, I'm not able to think of such criteria. Okay, all right, so one more important thing before we go to watching the sets. this is only my own judgment, and we were not watching those sets together with other judges. So remember that what you're gonna see and hear, it's only me, myself, and my thoughts, my subjective thought process. There were also other judges, Shortcut from US, Angelo, Stresh, John First, Lena Z, and Action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 judges in total. But my judgment turned out to be 80% accurate with the final results. So we're gonna get to that. Okay, these things are not important anymore. So okay. So now what I'm gonna show you is my score sheet. My ranking. My final ranking that I sent. But I erased the DJ's names from it, so you don't see yet what names were here. So I had 2 DJs that I placed on top, and that was my reasoning behind it. So as you can see, these 2 DJs really gave a master class on how this so to help my the judging, I kind of made 4 groups of DJs to make the final order. And how I was going each and every video was not trying to like give them points and then sum up the points. I was not doing it. Instead, I was judging each and every DJ by comparison to those that I watched before. And I was always like, okay, so I watched one video, so I place him in the middle. Like I had my like Excel spreadsheet, and I have like 19 DJs to score. And I would place that DJ, the first DJ, in the middle, and then I would watch the second one, and I would assess if the second one was better than the first one. If it was better, I would place him higher. Worse, I would place him lower, etc., etc., etc. I would watch the third DJ. I would assess if he was better than my first, than my top from the previously watched, and if it was not better than the very top first that I placed, I would place them like in the middle to assess later how it would work with all of the other submissions in the middle. So that's how I would pick my champion. And yeah. And then since we had to like give the final order of the entire 19 DJs, then I would like keep comparing all the DJs. If I had my champion, my top one, then I would compare everybody else to my second one. Then I would compare everyone else to my third one. Then I would compare anyone to my fourth, and etc., etc., etc. So that's how I would make my final order. And then I ended up with these like 4 groups. So I had 2 guys competing for first place. I had 4 guys that I would not see in top 2, but I would place them as contestants for the 3rd place. Then third group was like solid sets, but without anything exceptionally outstanding that would make them compete for those top 6 spots. Then I would have like a couple of DJs that had some major problems. That's why they are out of like being able to compete for the top 10 in my eyes. And then one DJ was a subject for a completely different discussion, different video. But maybe we will find the time at the very end to comment on that. So yeah, once again, we had 2 guys that gave really like a master class of how going through different genres, eras, and tempos should look like. Plus showmanship, like plus everything in place. So we had 2 of the competitors that I would be happy. I gave my top 1 and my top 2, but either way, if other judges scored them differently, I would be happy for either of those guys to win. I would agree with any result. Then we had 3rd place contestants. As you can see, these 4 could be ordered in any way, to be honest, but this is the order I propose. I tried to rewatch them and see who really stands out, but they all got something that could put them above the other one. And on the other hand, none of those guys made me feel like I'm watching a master class. So that's why I did not put them as contestants for the top 2 spots. And then I had like the middle group of solid sets, as I said before, and what it turned out, why am I saying that my judgment was 80% accurate with the final results? It's because 8 guys from my top 10 were the same as the top 10 from the final result. I only missed with 2 guys, and those 2 guys that I missed had 9th and 10th place in the final results. So I believe that, and remember, there were 7 judges, and my top 2 was perfectly accurate with the final result, and then I picked other 6 DJs correctly from the final top 10. So I think I'm allowed to say that my judging was pretty accurate, and that my insight into all of this can be worth something. Like, look at the prizes. This is knowledge that is worth some freaking cash money. So okay. So how I went through the finalists is I had my order of that I made from the submissions. So submissions had 3 minutes. I had my like top 20. I lost my order. I have my like list of how I picked picked that top 20, but I don't have the exact order. What I remembered was that my top pick from submissions was Jimix. So how I started watching the finals. For the finals, DJs submitted 12-minute routines. So what I did, I started watching from Jimix, and then I was watching other submissions and comparing those submissions to Jimix. And if somebody was better than Jimix, I would place him above in my spreadsheet in my file. If they were worse than Jimix in my eyes, I would keep them below Jimix. So let's start with Jimix. Mexico. Fun fact, we competed with Jimix twice in Red Bull 3 style. So I knew his style very well, and he kept that level with everything, the showmanship. He just keeps leveling up all those years later after 3 style ended. So big up to Jimix, and let's watch his submission. ACC, if you are still watching, let me know. So we will go with your submission after Jimix. Let's go. Oh, and I'm gonna stop every time I have some comments, and then after we will go to this little folder over here, where I have all my notes that I made during my judging back in September, I think it was September or August. I have all my notes from back then. So let's watch the video first. I'm gonna stop every time I have some comment to make, and then after we watch it, we're gonna go back to the notes that I made back in August, and we're gonna compare what my feelings from now and my feelings what I commented on back in August, and I think it's gonna be fun to compare if my view, if my feelings, if my judgment kind of changed after the World Championship finals in Paris, and after all that's been going on with me for the last few months. Because a lot have happened. I've been around the world. I played in China. I played in US. I met so many people, and in Paris during the DMC World Finals. So maybe somehow my view and my judgment changed. So we're gonna compare what I have to say now with what I had to say back in August. So, okay, Jimix, let's go. Okay, so we have first and foremost showmanship on point. Jimix has very well, like a great personality, great stage presence. So great, you can see him like looking into the camera, connecting with the audience, with anybody who's watching. So that's very nice. And so far, everything was clean, everything was in tune, musically correct. But variety in technique. So far, only tone plays. Each transition, only tone plays. So let's see what happens further. Again, great showmanship, constantly connecting with anybody who's watching.
Hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
And when it comes to feel, you can either forget everything and run.
Everything is in tune, musically correct, but this is another tone play. Another tone play coming.
Everybody clap your hands right now. Everybody clap your hands right now.
I think I have the answer to the question what I exclude from my judgment but could be judged by others and negatively affect the score. Some DJs would, for example, like we can see Jimix doing the tone plays and stuff and cueing a lot on the pads. Some DJs would call him out for like constantly button pushing, but this is not who I am, and I'm absolutely not looking at like, oh, he's a button pusher. No. And it's not because I am a button pusher myself. It's just because it's something that the gear offers. It's a tool that the gear offers. So use it. As long as you do creative things using the gear that you have in your hands, as long as you use it creatively, go ahead. Use those buttons. Use those functions. Use freaking sync. But there is a line and when I start to judge such a thing is when DJs use too much pre-production. Jimix is not doing that. Jimix is not doing that here, but there were some DJs that would like completely pre-produce their tools that they've been using. So like they would play a stack of beats on one deck, and those beats would change by themselves with DJs not doing anything. So freaking, you can have, in my eyes, you can have like 10 different tracks in one MP3 file. Go ahead. As long as you cue those tracks yourself. You trigger them with buttons, you like scratch them in. But if you stack those beats like one after another, so they change by themselves, that's a no-no. That's an absolute no-no. So yeah. Or like pre-produced BPM transitions. Like the entire point of the battle is for you to showcase your ability to move through different tempos. So if you use a pre-produced BPM transition, like you only push play and you let the track change the tempo by itself without you like using the pitch slider or whatever, that's a no-no. From me, it's not written in the rules, but that's something that I like look for if DJs are doing creative, because doing a tempo, a BPM transition is something you can do creatively. This is something where you can show your creativity. So do it live and showcase your ability of how you can do that live. You may call me out for, okay, but you have no problem with the sync. Yes, I don't have a problem with sync because beat matching is not anything creative. You can't show any creativity beat matching. Like, what is creative about beat matching? Beat matching is not creative. It's just like matching the tempos together. It's not something you can show when you can showcase your creativity. So I have no problem if you let the gear do something non-creative for you. But changing the tempo is something where you can show your creativity and where you should show your creativity. Same goes for like pre-produced mashups. The entire point of the battle is to showcase your ability to connect different genres. So what's the point of playing like pre-produced mashup? Put the acapella on one deck and put the instrumental on the other deck and showcase your ability to play them together, to mix them together. But don't freaking just press play on one deck and let the pre-produced mashup run. That's pre-producing. That's not showcasing your abilities, your DJing abilities. But yeah, back to the question. So some DJs would judge, and I was judged myself a lot of times for like too much button pushing. But this is not something that I would judge other DJs for. So like I would not give some like negative points to Jimix for button pushing. No. Okay, Jimix, let's go.
boricua, boricua, cubano, 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 cubano.
Okay, so I would stop right here and I would go back a little bit. So like we had tone play here. So we had like 3 minutes of tone plays only. Great showmanship, everything clean, the scratches, the everything is in tune, tone plays are perfect. But like 3 minutes only tone plays. And if you hear that from somebody like me who is like obsessed with tone plays, if you hear somebody like me saying that, that means there's a room for improvement in that space. And only now we get some wordplay, so let's go. So we have Cubano Cubano into some Cuban sounding music, right? That's nice. Very clean sampling, scratching, cueing and scratching, Sierra, very clean. And right now we're at like 150 BPM, and we started from where? Oh no, it's okay. It's the same tempo all the time, so far. Let's see where he takes us further. See, this is what I was talking about just a few minutes ago, like doing the tempo transition on your own. And although you won't see this kind of tempo change much, like often in a club, but I would do such thing myself in a club actually as well. But what Jimix added to that is like interaction with the audience, plus he picked a very good moment in the track to actually do this like break in to slow down the tempo. So it was not like in the middle of the verse. It was like on a good place in the track to change the tempo so drastically. So it's a plus in my eyes.
5, 4. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. You can talk all you want.
So he chooses the build up to the hook to slow down the tempo. And I would I would do like if I was to do such a tempo change during the track like that, I would choose the same moment to do that.
See me as a prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, people. How are we today? Are we ready to go? Look at me and do exactly what I'm doing.
2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, and jump.
2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, and jump, jump, jump.
That is a brilliant transition. Let's watch it again. You know what? I have to. I think it would be better for me to like adjust the size of the window so it doesn't overlap. Because I was speaking about him doing the tempo transition, and you guys couldn't see the pitch slider because of my face, and I'm still learning how to do all that live stream stuff. By the way, guys, where are you from? I see 9 people watching. Let me know where you're from, guys. Who's watching? What's up, chat? What's going on? Let me know, what do you think so far? And if you have any questions, feel free to throw them at me, and I will answer after watching the video. So let's get back to Jimix. Let's go. Let's watch that wordplay again.
Jump, jump, jump. You know.
See me as a prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, people. How are we today? Are we ready to go? Look at me and do exactly what I'm doing.
2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, and jump.
2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, and jump, 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 jump.
Brilliant tempo change and the wordplay. That was brilliant. That was just brilliant. So yeah. Okay.
Jump, 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 jump.
I wanna take you away. Let's escape into the music. DJ, let it play. I just can't refuse it. Like the way you do this. Keep on rocking to it. Please don't stop the music. I wanna take you away. Let's escape into the music. DJ, let it play. I just can't refuse it. Like the way you do this. Keep on rocking to it. Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the
Very, very, very clean scratch routine. Very nice. I have some doubts about this transition. Let me rewind that again. Okay, so he So he loads. He finishes the routine using Rihanna's vocal, and he uses the load button to go straight to another vocal. That's nice. But oh no, it's all fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I thought the instrumental changed by itself, but the instrumental was on the right deck, so it's all good. It was like the a cappella intro. Okay, so no like pre-production stuff happening over here. Okay, for a second I was thinking that the instrumental changed by itself again, but he's like so fast and so clean with all that it's, yeah, Jimix is very good at doing that, all live by himself. Easy Bucket, Sweden in the building. Let's go. What's up, my man? Nice to see you, bro. Nice to see you. I think you're in the top 20 as well, right? I think so. Of course you are. So maybe your submission after Jimix. Why I stopped right now? Tone plays that he did right now were technically they were in tune, but he picked a wrong moment in a track to use to play them, because it was not a clean sound. It was like either it was like super fast changing the pitch, or it was like a chord. It's like two sounds, two different notes overlapping. So it could feel kind of in tune, but you could hear like a dissonance, a bit of a dissonance there. My lovely wifey is bringing me a refill, so if you chat, give some love to my wifey. I hope you guys are having a good day, good evening, good night. It's 11 p.m. in Poland. So let's keep it going. So let's hear those tone plays again, because technically they are in tune, but if he could only pick a sound that would be cleaner, like one note, but it was like two notes overlapping, and if you have two notes overlapping and you change them with keyboard mode, it creates those like little dissonant sounds. But it's like it's just my comment right now. It's not something like I would judge like, no, this is something that should not happen. No, not at all. This is just something I tell you guys right now that I can hear, and maybe you can hear it as well. But I wouldn't like give like I don't know, negative points for that. Classic, clean, on tempo, but overplayed musical selection, unfortunately. I heard those tracks a lot back in the day. Tone plays, transitions. So if something should go into the negative zone, that's overplayed musical selection a bit here. Nice and clean wordplay.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classic.
Ah, the Liberace sample. You guys can call me out right now that, bro, you did it yourself. Yes, I did. And that's how I learned. That's how I learned. You can call me out, like, not only with this one, like, oh, you've been doing this in your battle days and you were doing that. Yeah, and that's how I learned. That's how I learned that it should just stay far away from those things. And now for my next number, this is something, again, shout out to my wifey. If she can hear me watching a video and a DJ uses that sample, she will instantly give me a sigh so loud that you could hear it on the moon. Like I can listen to a video on my headphones and I will hear my wife screaming, "No, not the sample again!" So if my wife says that, even if my wife says that, guys, it's 2025, let's just leave that Liberace sample in the old battle days, and maybe let's find a new one. Shall we?
I'd like to return to... And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Bass. Bass. Bass.
Bass power for the music. Bass power for the music.
So this is a like a combination of different things. It's a combo of tracks with some nice famous bass lines and the wordplays saying about bass. And as much as I like it, and this kind of idea, the bass combo is kind of played out, and I heard that a lot in 2010s in different battles and done by different DJs. So it's kind of played out. Like the bass combos, the piano combos, the horn combos. I love the idea. I love DJs, I love watching DJs do that, but I don't know, let's try to dig for some new instruments to do those combos, or I don't know, like we heard those bass combos a lot. Like even if you find new bass lines to do that combo with, I will still be like, okay, I heard those bass combos back in the day a lot. So different tracks don't matter. It's still a bass combo.
5 days you work, 1 whole day to play. Come on everybody, wear your roller skates today. It's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday.
Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July.
Great wordplay, and listen how much genres did he cover already? So many different genres. So many.
Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July.
Sensations, sensations, sensations.
this is technically, this is not a, some DJs would call it a tone play, but it's not exactly a tone play. He did not use the like sounds to play a melody, but he used the similarities between the tracks, and that is like a level up from the tone plays in my eyes, because you have to know the music so well, and you have to think of those connections between the tracks, where you go like, this instrument is so similar to the instrument from the other track, and the melodies, I could like overlap this with this to make this kind of connection in your head is like so hard, so much harder than just set a couple of cue points and play a melody. And this is something that Jimix does a lot, and he did it like on the very beginning of his submission with 3-minute submission, I think, or maybe it was the same. This is like a level up from the tone plays in my eyes, so there's a big positive. Crispy Cuts on Twitch. Let's go. What's up, my man? Where you from? Where you from?
Champion, Jimix, DJ Jimix, everything hot. New music I play non-stop when Jimix I play. Exclusive I drop when Jimix I play. In my shell down that beat. I get one up fire play. Champion Jimix turn up. The whole champion Jimix turn up. The whole place on up.
And that, my guys, that is a masterclass. That is a masterclass. There were some little things in the negative zone, but overall, this is a masterclass on how a solid mixture of different genres, eras, and tempos should look like. This is a masterclass. So we put Jimix on top, and now we will be comparing other DJs to what Jimix showed. So, but, how those things look like. Before I go to my notes, I would like to see Jimix's submission again. Oh, see, so this is not the same that he did at the end of his final set, but this is something that I was talking about. This kind of connection between tracks, that you don't do like exactly like a couple of cue points and you play the tone play by yourself. You find the tracks that have some like similarities in the melody, and you make them work together. This is like above tone plays, in my opinion. Level up from the tone plays. So yeah, that's what I meant. So Jimix, it was a masterclass. But for the What I would say was in the negative zone was that the like first 3 minutes was like only tone plays, and you hear that from somebody that is obsessed with tone plays. Another thing is that I think we stayed only with like 2 different tempos. We started from like 75/150, then we slowed down with Ciara to like 120, 130 BPMs. But what about like 90 BPM, 100 BPM, 110 BPM? That's what I'm missing here. And another thing with music selection, although the variety in genres was like amazing, nothing really hit me like, oh, this is something new that I never heard. There was no like, nothing hit me like, oh, this is something new. I think it was like more into like the old stuff. But overall, that was an example of a masterclass with some minor. I never remember which are the pros and which are the cons. Pros and cons. Help me out. Okay, so pros are for the better and cons are for the worse. So, okay, so what Jimix showed us was a masterclass with some minor cons. And let's see my notes about Jimix that I made back in... Oh, it was so it was September. It was September when we were judging it. So, overall, great set. Clean, musically mostly correct. Couldn't hear any major mistakes. That's what I said now. Great variety in genres and eras. Like right now, I feel like nothing really hit me like some super new. But yeah, there was a variety in eras, definitely. Couldn't really hear anything surprising in the track selection. That's what I said now. No song made me wow. I didn't expect that. That's true. That's true. There was some moments like the creativity and the connections. I was like, wow. But not when it came to the selection itself. It was about what made me wow was the connections, the transitions, but not the music selection itself. Some great word plays for sure. Tone plays mostly correct, but a little too many. See? Tone plays a little too many, even for someone as crazy about tone plays as myself. And here's where I get to my biggest concern. It felt like there was no connection between songs when he didn't have a routine prepared for. I would like to hear connection between each and every song, not doing a tone play between song A and song B, and then dropping song C on the one just because there was wordplay prepared for C and D. So this is what I was talking about in the beginning about the composition of the set. So there were moments that he did a great tone play between A and B, and then he had a wordplay prepared from C to D, but there was no connection between B and C. You know what I mean? So like tone play from A to B and then just dropping C on the 1 without any connection to the song B. So that's what I meant when I was talking about the composition of the set. Try not to focus like on doing like the micro routines. Think about the sets like it's a whole. It's a full story, not a couple of different stories. And you can, like 100%, you can call me out like, bro, you did it yourself. Yes, I did. Of course I did. And that's how I learned. That's how I learned. Because I lost many battles in my days. And that's how I learned. Okay. So yeah, and I pointed out that this is like something super specific and high level, like making connections from with each and every song. But for Jimix is definitely achievable in the future. Overall, this is definitely a good contestant for the top. And the showmanship definitely on point. No unnecessary technical showing off. Remember, this is a party-oriented category. It's not the classic, it's not supremacy. So there was no unnecessary technical showing off. Like stopping the entire flow of the set to show off that you can do a beat juggling. That's what I would call unnecessary technical show off. If you can throw a beat juggling in some good point and make a connection, a transition out of it, go ahead. But if you stop in the middle of the track just to show off that you can do a beat juggling with it, that's something within this category, that's something for me as like an unnecessary technical show off. So Jimix did not do those kind of things. So he will be definitely able to make a great connection with the public live. That's what I said. I was trying to imagine myself being in the club in the middle of the public while watching that set, so that set would definitely work in the club environment. So that's basically basically supports my entire argument that what Jimix did was a master class with some minor cons. Okay, so Jimix is on top of our score sheet right now. Who should we watch next? Who is watching? Is anybody watching from that participated in the DMC? Guys, what's up? What's going on? Germany tuned in. Sweden tuned in. Who's watching? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. What's up? What's going on? I'm gonna check if my OBS recordings are working fine, so I can put that live stream up for you guys after we finish. And you let during the track. Okay. 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 Nice. Okay. Nice. So, you already know that I'm gonna put Jimix in my top 2. So, who can be better than Jimix? Who can be better? We will find out, hopefully, as we move on. So, who should we watch next? Easy Buckets is still with us, so we're gonna watch Easy Buckets. Should we? Can we go to your set, man? Let me know. You want me to put your set on next? No, it's not top online finalists. Easy Buckets, Sweden. Shall we go? Shall we go? Okay, so we have the delay between what I'm saying and until I see your comment. It's like half minute. It's not very bad, I think. Easy Buckets, Sweden. We met in Paris. It was very nice to meet in person. So let's watch your set. Let me adjust the window so I won't cover you with my face. Like maybe I should freaking just... Should I change that? But that might look weird. Wouldn't that look weird in... No, let's just stay with this. And I'm just gonna keep the video on like a half of my screen. Because when I minimize the video, I can't see the OBS. I won't see the OBS to adjust. I have to wait for the delay to see it on my phone. I need to freaking work it out soon. Because I also cropped the view to hide my browser features and stuff like that. Is that fine right now? Okay, we can go to okay, we can stretch that to the end of the logo and to the very end of the screen, and that should be fine. That should be fine. The delay between what I see is there. Okay. Okay, Easy Buckets, Sweden. Let's go, my man.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Easy.
ready to make an entrance, so back on up. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Wait a minute, cut this shit.
Man, what you gonna do now?
What we're gonna do right here is go back. How far you going back?
Good idea for the intro, like if you want to do a bit juggling in a in a party-oriented competition, you want to do a beat juggling in the intro it's a very good idea. So you don't affect like the flow of the set later, but we are 47 seconds into the set and you already stopped the music right now. So I would rather like to see you like keeping on with the music and building up the tension instead of just like doing the intro and then just like stopping the music. So we went like, we went from the starting position, we started to like get hyped with you, and then you just stop pumping up the I don't know how to say that in English. You just like stopped the hype 1 minute into the set. Let's see further.
Way back. Wait a minute, cut this shit. Man, what you gonna do now? What we're gonna do right here is go back. How far you going back? Way back.
As we go a little something like this. Hit it.
Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. They shooting. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them dimes at. They shooting. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, 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 with them gangsters.
So those were mainly, we are in a hip hop zone of like 90 BPMs kind of stuff, and those are mostly like drops on the one, I think. Not many deeper level, higher level ideas behind it. Just like basically short transition, dropping songs very fast, one after another.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself. 'Cause shotgun bullets off bad.
Rare example of transition based on the sampling. Like and what I mean by that is like playing the original sample first by Grandmaster Flash and then going into Ice Cube. That's an example of sampling based transition, and I was kind of looking forward to see DJs do it more, but barely anyone did it. I mean, those kinds of sample-based transitions. So that's a plus. That's a plus. Although we are like almost 3 minutes into a set, and these are mostly like well-known top hip-hop legendary tracks. So when it comes to musical selections, it does not really stand out. I like that idea of the sampling transition. And another one. Okay. I stopped too fast. So yeah, we have another sample based transition from oldies to newer ones.
Apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night.
Hold up.
That's a nice wordplay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's hear that again. Cause I'm stopping too much. Let's hear that again. So we have Grandmaster Flash first, then Ice Cube, then Koi Lorray. I never know how to read that. And then Hold Up. That's very nice.
Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangs, 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 with them gangs. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause shotgun bullets are bad for your health.
About to catch another fight. Yeah. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. Yeah. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night.
Hold up.
That's very nice. Plus the interaction with the audience is there, so that's nice.
We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Smoke weed every day.
I am not the biggest fan of that transition because Nate Dogg was singing, and that smoke weed every day gives you like musical notes that are not exactly in tune with Snoop Dogg's What's My Name. So I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that transition. And we are still in the zone of like oldies and goldies and hip hop. So one genre, one tempo, 25% into the set. Let's look for something else. Let's see where you take us. Drop on the one again. The same problem that I had with Jimix doing tone plays for first 3 to 4 minutes of his set. Like too much dropping on the one in here. Are we having the exact same bass-based, no pun intended, wordplay as Jimix did? Like the bass, and playing the bass lines? Doesn't that kind of support my argument that I had with Jimix of this kind of idea being overplayed, overused? But that of course, I'm not saying that one DJ copied from another one, because there was no way for you guys to see each other's sets. What I'm saying is that this kind of idea was used many times before DMC 2024.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club, like you while in the studio.
Rich badness, them know a gunman style. Big Ben spark up and last stick pan kyle. Bossy boss head go and go run man file. Be a killer we part with from we are juvenile. And we are on the ground. What else?
That's a nice a cappella switch, I like it.
Badness, where them a say? And we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a drip, bad clocks for a foot. We no listen, boy, foot. We no listen, boy, foot. We no listen, boy, foot.
Now this one dedicated to the girl with the angel face and the devil heart. You know, so ragamuffin track and the most new pop players come to feel the beat. Up my youth, do this.
I know this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote. Real. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote.
Get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Come to motherfucking digits. I pull it with a lemon. She ain't living. It's just your ass getting fitted. And this ain't a scrimmage. Motherfucker, we ain't finished. I tell you we won't stop.
I born as a bedroom bully. Like the room bully for the girl picking it. I born as a bedroom bully. Wine and cut. Bully girl a wine up in it. Bully. Build up girl is man a bedroom bully. Like the room bully man a bedroom bully. I born as a bedroom bully. Wine and touch girl, wine and touch.
Me like to brace pan it, me like to brace pan it, brace pan it. I'm like to back it too. Me like to brace pan it, I'm like to back it too. I'm like to back it too. Me like to brace pan it, I'm like to back it too, back it too, back it too, back it too.
I saw you bad.
When me a bend over, me a wine and cut. Inna the air, me a wine and cut. And a girl can't test how me wine and cut. All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up, up in the club, 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 up in the
Doe het voor me, doe het laag. Het is niet moeilijk voor je, doe het traag. Voel het voor me, voel het aan. Proeven zal je zoete laag, 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 laag.
Showmanship is still there. Very, very, very nice connection with the audience. So this is what I like the most.
Papi, ven a mí, papi chulo, papi, ven a mí, papi chulo, papi, ven a mí, ven a mí, papi chulo, papi, ven a mí, papi.
A little beat matching problems.
Chulo, 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 chulo.
Ella le gusta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Le encanta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Ella le gusta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Le encanta la gasolina.
It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta. It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta ta. It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta. It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta ta. It's the kind of beat that go. It's the kind of beat that go. It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta. It's the kind of beat that go. It's the kind of beat that go. It's the kind of beat that go ba ta ta.
Yo, easy.
What's up?
Give me a funky ass bass line.
Another stop and go, and another baseline based wordplay.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the birds.
A little out of tempo with the juggling. I like hearing Janet Jackson, to be honest. Like, I hear no DJs playing Janet Jackson. Like, did she do something to people? Like, what's going on? Literally, I can't remember the last time I heard another DJ that I play with in the clubs on a daily basis throw in some Janet Jackson. I like it. And in terms of music selection, that's a plus, because although it's not something new, for me, subjectively, it is something that I almost never hear while I like it. So I don't consider it overplayed or anything. It's something I almost never hear. So that's a plus. I like me some Janet Jackson for sure. Mixed with Michael, so I see what you did there. I consider that like a stop and go to change the tempo. But I understand it's just for the ending. But still, it's like a minor something like I would try not to do.
Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy.
And a massive plus for the subliminal wordplay to your DJ name. Yeah, I get it. I see what you did there. So yeah, overall this is definitely a great set for the club, for a hip hop / oldies / funk party. And I would definitely jam to it, and I would definitely have fun if I heard that set in the club setting, or like some daytime barbecue kind of party. So this is like super solid party oriented set. But unfortunately without any like stuff that would make it stand out in a battle. So I'm a little bit worried about the tempos, because I think we were only in a range from like 90-ish BPM going up to Michael to like 115. But what about like 150? What about 70? What about 175? And stuff like that. Let's check that, because sometimes the memory fails and maybe there was something that I don't remember or missed. But
Page in my rhyme book. Listen to the beat. Her beauty's when me a bend over, me a wine and catch. Inna the air, me
yeah, so it was like steadily going up from 90-ish BPMs up. I would like to see some like more of a roller coaster with the tempos, not just steadily going up. And I wanted to go back to that beat juggling. Was it here? Where was the beat juggling that I had that I had a problem with? No, it was not the Billie Jean juggling. What was the juggling that I said it was like a little bit off? I feel stupid right now. What was the juggling? Help me out.
hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Was it this one? I think it was this one. So the problem I have with this kind of juggling is it's not necessary. It is not something like if you would not do that juggling at all, or any other juggling, no judge would say, oh, he was not beat juggling. Because this is not the category for the beat juggling. It's not a technical category. It's not the classic. It's not the supremacy. Like in some previous years, previous DMC competitions, there was a specifically beat juggling category. But this is not it. This is not the category. So if you would just skip that and do no beat juggling at all, no judge would say after watching it, no judge would be like, oh, he was not beat juggling. But since you did it, you put yourself in a position that you are being judged for doing a beat juggling that was a little bit off. Of tempo, I mean, not clean, not clean. So you might get some negative points for the technical correctness, while if you just skipped that part, nobody would give you negative points because of not beat juggling, because there is no rule says that the beat juggling is required, that you must do the beat juggling. This kind of category is about showing your strengths and hiding your weaknesses. So if you consider a beat juggling your strength, then go ahead, but be sure to record your routine as many times as it takes to get that beat juggling clean. And if you consider something like beat juggling or scratching your bad part, then just not do it. Just don't do it. And nobody no judge will be like, oh, he was not beat juggling, or he was not scratching enough, or whatever. So yeah, that was just like unnecessary in my eyes. I wouldn't give it like too much, like, oh, this is not it. But it's just like a little advice from myself. Like just think to yourself, was that necessary? But all in all, overall, it's a great set. I'm like 100% sure you showed yourself. You were not forcing the idea of the open category over your personality. So I would never say that you did something that is not you. If you know what I mean? I would never say that anything that you do in that set is anything that you will not do at your party. So this is definitely 100% DJ Easy Buckets, very solid set. Just unfortunately for this kind of world championship level battle and the idea of that category, we were missing some like higher level ideas for the transitions, different tempos, and yeah, the musical selection itself felt old most of the times. So let's see how that, what I say now, compares to what I written down in September. So there's no doubt he's a great open format DJ that can make a good party with great connection with the crowd. But is it really a competition set? That's the question. The variety in genres and tempos was there. Did I really write that? The tempos? I mean, yeah, it was like going from 90 to 115-ish. But right now I feel it was like just, you know, like a steady speed up. But can we really call that a variety in tempos? The track selection was very common. No surprise or something standing out. Technically, it was solid and clean. But it's, yeah. Is easy a term we can use here? No pun intended regarding your DJ name. So technically it was solid and mostly clean, besides those like minor timing events with the juggling. But technically it was not like super difficult. So in terms of technical difficulty, it was not like super difficult. Once again, and again and again and again, it's a great party set that would work everywhere. But is it really fitting the competition environment? That's the question. So yeah, my judgment didn't really change, I think, from September 10th. And in my final order, I'm sure I put you, DJ Easy Buckets, in that section. Middle group of solid sets, but without anything exceptionally outstanding. So yeah. That's my feedback. You're welcome, man. Oh, that was your first ever battle. Okay. Nice. I see. We all have to start somewhere. So that's nice. That's nice to know. And that's nice to know that you are open to hearing such feedback. So that's great. I always say, like, people when they ask me about participating in battles, I'm always like, the sooner you start, the sooner you will get like way better, because there's no better practice than preparing for battles. There's no better practice. And people have their doubts about participating in battles. But I would say just like go ahead, like you don't have to be perfect, 100% perfect in your first battle and in your second battle and in your third battle. Just go ahead, put yourself out there. Don't record your set for like 100% perfect accuracy. Record it on like 80% or 70%. But just go ahead and try to like show yourself, meet people, network, get feedback, ask people for advice. The sooner you start doing that, the sooner you will get better. And if you like just keep grinding, keep practicing for 5 or 10 years, and then you go for your first battle after like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years, maybe that was over the top for me to say, but if you compare somebody that just throw out anything to the battles and for feedback from the very beginning, and somebody that just holds on, keep practicing, wants to be perfect for like 2-3 years, the person that started showing and getting advice earlier will be way better after 3 years of trying than the person that was just like by themselves practicing at home for 3 years, trying to be perfect. So the sooner you start, and who knows, like maybe you can like show a 12-minute set that will be 90% average. I'm not saying about your set right now, but I'm just giving out an example. If somebody records like set for their first battle that is like 90% average, but then 10% of that set is something, some like new idea that's never been done, maybe, or some judges never saw that. That's how you put yourself out there and make a name for yourself. You never know what's that gonna be. So the sooner you start, the better. Yeah. So yeah, 100% agreed with Chris. The potential is there. The first step has been taken. We have a Polish saying for that, but I have no idea how to translate that to English. Maybe let's Google that. I don't think that's a translation for that. Yeah, we say something like first cats for above defenses. Like, oh yeah, to dip a toe into the water, or the first pancake is always spoiled. Yeah, I think that's it. So you dip the toe into the water, and now, yeah. Let's make you swim, bro. Okay. We've been doing that for a long time, and we only watched 2 sets. I didn't know that it's gonna take so long. Should we do one more, or should we just pick a better date to do another part of that live stream? Because I can understand that Friday is not necessarily very good for the DJs in Europe. For people in US, it's like now they go back from work. Maybe we should do that on like Sunday evening, or maybe like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, 2 hours. Is that long or is that short? Like, oh, Asi, see, I didn't know you were still here. Holy snaps! Okay, let's go. I was asking before playing Easy Buckets. I was asking about you, and you didn't respond. So I guess you here now. So okay, let's go. Let's go with ACC. Okay, so we had Jimix that gave us the master class. We had Easy Buckets that I put into my middle group of solid sets. So yeah, we can, in terms of like judging and the battle and the fact that it's a world championship, unfortunately, we cannot put Easy Buckets over Jimix. So yeah, let's go with ACC and check out what he's got. Let's go. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness something new, something fresh, something that will blow your mind.
That was something I was not able to tell. Can you tell me what was the melody that you played at the beginning? Is that some kind of like anthem of Israel, or can you please help me out with that one?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness something new.
Oh, snaps, it's a national anthem. Okay. That's... Now I get it. That's nice. So let's hear the transition again. So the first track is Israel national anthem. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness something new, something fresh, something that will blow your mind. Make some noise for DJ ACC.
Very nice intro and everything like clean and in tune, musically correct, technically correct. So everything is very clean as far, technically. Even though like the vocals are kind of overplayed, played out. You put them over like some like instrumentals and play with them, so that's nice. But there's no like deeper deeper connections between songs. So it's as far is like very clean, nice technically, but it's not anything like higher level. In terms of like word plays or some like higher level connections between the songs. But this selection, like I liked like from going from the anthem through EDM, like instrumentals, tech house, and now Bailey Fang. Like, come on, let's go Brazil. I want to have that remix of Apache. Like, come on, it's a great remix. Let's go. A very clean transition, but again, it's not something like on a deeper level that I explained before. It's like you have those levels of mixing. Like you have the very basic, like level 0 is like just dropping songs. Then you have like beat matching in key. You have those levels. So we are still on that level of just like, beat matching and being staying in key, but we didn't go any higher on any higher level. Okay, some nice kind of technical showcase. And here's the difference between throwing in a beat juggling that kills the flow of the set. And I'm not comparing that. I'm not comparing that to Easy Buckets that we were judging before. I mean, overall, if you imagine like Asi chose to do that with cue points and a little bit of work on the decks, but it was very much like it was in tempo, and it didn't like ruin the flow. And another person would choose to like go full beat juggling, crossfader, deck mode with no touching the mixer, and I don't know, like extend that into like 30-second beat juggling routine. That would be completely unnecessary for this category. Instead, Asi chose to just do simple stuff, technical but simple, stayed on tempo, and used it to transition to another song. So that's definitely a plus. It's better to, in other words, it's better to do something technical but easy and don't ruin the flow than to try and showcase some super hard stuff but absolutely kill the flow of the set. So it's better to do the easy stuff and keep the flow going than just like try to show off unnecessarily. The volume of the video is low. I'm sorry. I have like maxed out. Maybe I can go here because I turned the volume lower during Easy Bucket set. Let's maybe try it again. Let's rewind to that little cue point beat juggling routine. That's a nice transition, but it's a really small thing, but what I don't like about it is that you had different cue points and then the track was pre-produced to change itself from Missy Elliott vocals to go into Florida. It's a really small thing, but big enough for me to notice. And that's something I'm not a big fan of doing this kind of switches. Because you cued in Missy Elliott and then it changed to Florida by itself. I'm gonna rewatch that to make sure. So here comes the cue point for Missy Elliott. Sorry, here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you cued in Missy Elliott and you scratched in Florida, but it was lined up after Missy Elliott. So that's a little bit of pre-production kind of thing that I don't really love. It's not a big thing, it's not huge, but it's something I noticed and it gave me a little like itch that maybe that Florida should be on some like separated space to be triggered with another cue point and scratch that in, but I can see it was like lined up right after Missy Elliott, and that gave me a little itch. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think it was done that way. Yeah, I can see that on the waveforms on the mixer, so it's a minor thing, but there were DJs that absolutely crossed the line doing this kind of things, but it's on like it's not crossing the line because you only did that once, I think. But there were like DJs doing that all the time. I mean, not, yeah, all the time. Okay, I'm right. Okay, so big up for admitting that. That's nice. Yeah, let's be honest. Okay, yeah. So just don't do that again, because we see you, we see that. I mean, let me just emphasize, it's a minor thing if you do that like once in such a like small fashion, but there were DJs stacking a couple of beats one after another, and they wouldn't even like you scratched Florida in, but they would like not even bother to scratch in. They would just like let a couple of beats change on one deck without them doing anything, and they would just scratch on the other side. We'll get to that maybe later, but this is just a minor thing.
Okay, you're welcome, man.
Yeah, it's only like 3 minutes into the set. Let's go. We still have like freaking 8 minutes to go. Let's go. Love Tonight by Ed House is pitched up. I can hear that. But that's a plus. It's in key, so that's a plus for sure.
Yeah, maybe too many 3-style routines you watched.
Yeah, 3-style was a competition that paved the way for a lot of this kind of solutions. But yeah, it goes back to the like early 2000s of DMC Classic, like when DJs started to do like custom vinyl records for themselves. It goes way back. Like the pre-production discussion it goes way back. And DAWs on computers made it way easier, so we're just kind of trying to keep it in check so DJs don't like overuse pre-production. And to be honest, I'm gonna admit I did that myself in my 2016 Red Bull 3-style winning set in Poland. I made like pre-produced switch between like two of my last instrumentals, and I felt so dirty after doing that I never did that again. I felt so dirty after doing that. So yeah, I'm guilty myself. So don't worry.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Stop and go. Stop and go. We are not a big fans of stopping the music and completely changing it to something else. Let's leave that for, I don't know, weddings, where you just like let the entire track play out. You stop the music, 5 seconds of break, and then you play another one. Let's leave that to weddings. So it's a minus for the technicality, but it's a plus for variety in tempos, because after all we are going to another tempo. Oh, I love that a cappella from Eminem over that instrumental. That's really nice. That is really nice.
a little louder though. But don't think that I will like give you like some super negative points because you played the acapella to what's the opposite of loud? Oh my god. Oh my god. What's the opposite of loud? To silent? Is that the word I'm supposed to use? Like don't think that I will judge you because you like played the volume of the acapella was too low. No, that's just my comment right now, but it's not something that I would like make a huge that would make a huge difference while I will be like comparing you to other DJs. No, that's just my comment right now.
Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Everybody. Started from the bottom, now we here. Everybody. Started from the bottom, now we here. Everybody. 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 Everybody.
Very nice routine on the cue points. Very nice. I like it. The variety of genres and sounds, like in the vibe, like the variety so far is like super, like it's great, it's amazing right now. Yeah, and we only like halfway through the set.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I'm sorry, but the police are here. They've asked us to stop the party.
Are you out of your mind?
Hold it now, wait, hold it. That's played out. Hit it. Hit it.
Another stop and go, another break to make some change. I don't like that. Those breaks again. And a little like half joke comment of mine is that
Are you out of your mind?
Hold it now, wait, hold it. That's played out.
half joke right now, half joke. If you play the sample that something is played out, does not change the fact that you are doing something that is played out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But that's just like a half joke. That's a half joke.
Ayo, big tune alarm. RCC, that champion sound. Coming up in Mediterranean, wicked sensation. And I'm like staff with an RCC orientation.
Look at me, I'm a beautiful creature. I don't care about your modern time preachers. Welcome back to my schmooze over teacher. Pum pum po, pum pum po. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
And after you hitting look at me 3 times, I could already predict where this is going, but I like it. Look at me now. Oh.
Look at me, 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 look at me. Let's go.
And that's really nice that you just like played 2-3 samples of Chris Brown and Busta Rhymes and just go straight into something completely different instead of just playing the original Look at Me Now. That's a plus, of course. Is this the third DJ in a row that we are watching doing some bass-based wordplay? Let's see. Okay, no bass-based combos anymore. Okay, that's good. My advice for 2025 battle season: stay away from bass. Stay away from doing like bassline combos. Don't get me wrong. I love me some great bass lines, but just don't do any more bass-based combos of tracks.
We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun then. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. place, turn up the bass and make them.
Very clean scratch routine. Oh, does that rhyme? Very clean scratch routine. Okay. ACC Israel. That was a very nice set. That was a great set. Amazing. The variety was there. Variety of tempos, of eras, of genres. Definitely. And I can recall like rewatching that set at least 2 times more when I was first judging, because I really wanted to put it somewhere on top. But like to really give you a full understanding, we would have to like watch all of the other sets right now. But I'm sure I put ACC right here in my 3rd place contestants. So as I wrote it in my notes, yeah, I rewatched them all. To see how can I put them in order, in exact order, because we had to do it. But none of those gave me a feel like I'm watching the master class. So what was the difference between, for example, Jimix, that I felt like I'm watching the master class, and between ACC? Because I would not put ACC over Jimix. And here's why. I felt like with ACI, we stayed on that level of transitions that was limited to some degree. Like we had we had everything on point. It was clean musically, clean technically, but I didn't feel those connections between tracks that I felt with Jimix. Like I pointed out, that amazing stuff that Jimix did, that I emphasized was like higher level than tone plays are. Those connections, finding the similarities between the tracks and making them like overlap and stuff like that. In here with ACC, I didn't feel like it's a consistent story, those I missed those like deeper level connections between each and every track. Like I would like to hear some like maybe more word plays and a little bit of flow where when I mentioned those like stop and go moments. We didn't have that with Jimix. So Jimix had better flow, better composition of the entire set, and those like deeper, higher level ideas of connections between the tracks. So that is why I could not put UASI over Jimix. But yeah, let's see how those feelings line up with my notes from September 11th. Okay, so I might be nitpicking here, but I'm not a fan of the fact that he has different tracks lined up with no break in the same file, in the way that he doesn't even have to trigger a cue point for the tracks to change. So this is the thing that we discussed in detail a few minutes ago, where you had the Missy Elliott lined up with Florida. That's it. It's like, yeah, as I wrote here, it's just me like nitpicking. But I'm not a fan of the fact that such a thing has been done. The fact that he used "This Is Played Out" sample does not change the fact that it's something played out. That's my comment, yeah. That's my comment from September. So that's I remember writing that, so that's why I repeated myself right now. Yeah, but this is more in detail. Don't take my time-stamped comment too serious. Those were just like small thoughts I had to share. Overall, a really good set. The variety in music is amazing. I loved all the Oriental folk bits. Yes, I absolutely stand by that. I love all the local, local music. That was amazing. It's something I was wishing for so many times while watching sets of other contestants. Yeah, because, yeah, DJs play too little world music, if I can use a term like that. There's so many countries and so many sounds in the world, and yet open format DJs choose to stay within some boundaries and not go outside of those boundaries. And if you play like Middle East kind of local stuff, that's crossing those boundaries. Because for example, like you won't hear DJs in, I don't know, like in Poland or in US playing stuff from Middle East. As close as they go will be just like throwing in some Punjabi MC. But it's not even Middle East, right? It's like freaking way away. But yeah. So yeah. So I was wishing for that, watching other DJs to take me on such a journey around the world. So you had it, ACC had it, but most of the other contestants did not. Contact with the audience, very good. The showmanship on point. Variety in music and tempos was definitely there. Technically mostly clean, but on the downside, I say some of the technical ideas were repetitive. Like finger drumming on the vocals in the same way a couple of times. That's true. That's true. So as much as I like those routines being done, watching them, listening to them, and being then done in a clear, musically correct, technically correct, like repeating those kinds of routines multiple times over the same set feels just like repetitive ideas during the same set. So the variety of technical ideas. I wish there was a little bit more. Definitely standing out from the middle group, but not sure how high it should really land on the list. So I was sure it was a set that was standing out from this group, but I was not sure how high should I put it here. So yeah, that is my feedback for you, ACC. Yeah, Chris, we definitely enjoy traveling in music. Okay. It's 1 a.m. in Poland, and I don't know. Should we do... You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Asi. You're welcome. Should we do one more? Or should we just set a better date to watch some more routines? Because I'm not sure if like Friday is the best day to do a live stream. I just had a free Friday night, so I decided to do it. But I'm not sure if it's the best day during the week to do such a live stream. I'm gonna check if my recordings are fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna finish because I think YouTube live stream is limited to 4 hours anyway, right? So we're gonna have like 4 hours. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no time to do one more. So we're gonna wrap it up here. So as far as we go, we have Jimix over here. We have ACC somewhere over here. And we have easy buckets here somewhere. So we are going to follow up on this next week, maybe. Oh, you're on your way to the gig. Okay. Like 1 a.m. and you are on your way to a gig? In Sweden? How do you guys party like that? Like, when do you finish? At like 7 a.m. or what? Okay, man. Like, have a nice gig. I'm gonna finish it right now. Finish the live stream. I'm gonna put a couple of clips out there so people can have an idea of what what went down. And yeah, let's do that again as soon as possible. Shall we? Okay, you start at 2 a.m. and finish at 5. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Okay. Thank you, guys, for tuning in. I hope to see you guys again in the DMC Open. And yeah, let's go. That was your boy 69 Beats. Thank you, Asi. Let's let everyone know what went down here so we can gather maybe more people in the future for that. Yeah, 3 hours, over 3 hours. Twitch says me it's over like 3.5 hours almost. So I think it's good time. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for tuning in as well. Going back next week? I think so. Let me just check how my calendar looks for next week. I have another Friday night free, so yeah. I might be super tired on Monday, but maybe I'm thinking like Tuesday or Wednesday. Or Tuesday and Wednesday, because there's so many sets that it's gonna probably take Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, or maybe like even another week, first week of March. But next week, yeah, definitely. Let's do that next. Let's do another part next week. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's gonna be a wrap. That was your boy 69 Beats, and let's push the DJing forward together. Let's go. See you guys. Have a great gig. Have a great night. Have a great day.